Who has the best live-action TV superhero clan? Is it the DC Arrowverse or Marvel's Defenders? Not all heroes wear capes, but this one's currently sporting tights.
Okay.
Hey everyone, Mark Ellis here on the show where we match up movies, TV, actors, and characters, and we're looking at all-time greatness as you decide whose universe is better, the DC Arrowverse or Marvel's Defenders. Here's a breakdown of what characters are in which universe. In the Arrowverse, we have, conveniently, Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, and Legends of Tomorrow. On the other side of the ledger is Marvel's The Defenders, featuring Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, The Punisher, Iron Fist, and the Defenders as a whole. Here's how it works. 3 rounds. Round number 1 is the Tomatometer. Round number 2 is the best fight scenes. Round 3, best superpowers. And we'll do a wild card round.
You can't expect me to believe that you don't want to know, once and for all, who would win.
Round number 1, Tomatometer. People may just assume that the Defenders would blow the Arrow kids out of the water on the Tomatometer simply because of the success of the MCU versus the DCU on the big screen. Don't fall for that. Think, McFly. Think.
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Hi.
It's a very competitive matchup here with the Arrowverse taking the higher average across all of their shows for all seasons with an impressive 88% to Marvel's 77%. However, let's just rip off the Band-Aid now. Yeah, Iron Fist, if you take Iron Fist 2 seasons out of there, Marvel goes from 77% to 85.7%.
The immortal Iron Fist living weapon is still a thundering dumbass.
And Daredevil ranks as the highest individual program for any of these shows. There's been 3 seasons of it, and they average 91%. That will get you into an Ivy League school. But I'm impressed enough with the sheer amount of shows and seasons that the Arrowverse has given us to favor them in this round. You get 7 seasons for Arrow, 5 for Flash, 4 for Supergirl and Legends apiece. So Iron Fist, even if I forgot about your Tomatometer scores, which I'm not,
Really?
I'm still going with the Arrowverse in this round. Arrowverse gets the win. Round 2, best fight scenes. Here's where Marvel comes to play. When you used to think of epic fight scenes, you'd probably go with some huge battle with tons of people punching and kicking and biting. There's probably a horse involved somewhere. But then Daredevil happened, and audiences realized that a small scale does not equal a boring fight. Nay, it ratchets up the intensity and engages the viewer to the point where we can't take our eyes off the screen. Now, look, I give my propers to the Arrowverse for completely altering my view on how violent a show on the CW could be. Hell, they have the Flash fighting a shark guy in the street. That's awesome. But the Marvel shows, led by Daredevil, seem to be built on intricately choreographed, flawlessly executed fight scenes that pair nicely with the desperation the heroes and villains are feeling on the mean streets of NYC. The hallway scene in Season 1, that made me want to sign up for karate lessons. And then the staircase scene in Season 2 made me quit. It's too much cardio. The Defenders take the round, and now we're tied at 1 round apiece.
Nice ears.
They're horns.
Round 3, best superpowers. Matt Murdock has some nice sixth sense abilities, but he also lacks sight, which puts him right back to the standard 5 senses. Luke Cage is jacked, and he feels the most superhero-y of the bunch, although Iron Fist clearly stuck with martial arts longer than I did. Jessica Jones and the Punisher, they seem to thrive on their own psyche and intuition more than any actual powers. But boy, do those Arrowverse kids have some wonderful toys. Arrow is deadly accurate, the Flash runs faster than Secretariat, and Supergirl, she's Supergirl.
You're who now?
She alone has cooler powers than anyone on the Marvel sideline. If she came to the Defenders universe, the rest of them can go home. Continue practicing law. We're done here. DC takes this round in a landslide. The wildcard round is Best Teamups. Now look, how is a handsome fella like me supposed to take 2 huge universes and parse all that glory down to just 1 wildcard round? There's so many possibilities. We could have gone with villains for sure. Kingpin, Cottonmouth, Alexandra. How do you solve a problem like Maria? You pit them against Prometheus, Zoom, Malice. That's a battle royale with cheese.
These names are killing me.
So both universes have great villains, but in this modern era of comic book entertainment glory, it isn't enough to be an individual superhero. It's about who you can team up with, who do you cross over with, and how do you fight crime alongside a bunch of your fellow heroes. This wild card round is Best Team-Ups. because Hollywood is all about who you know. And the Arrowverse knows their fans. They regularly give them what they crave in terms of crossover events, team-ups, and cameo appearances, and it's pretty awesome. Do they go to the well a little too often? Maybe, but there's a reason you go to the well. It's got water, and hydration is essential. Am I the only one that read Tom Brady's book? What are we talking about? Oh yeah, Teamups. Marvel is competitive in this round based largely on the strength of the Punisher, and wait for that, I didn't say Daredevil, you did. I was gonna say Karen Page. Now Karen Page is an essential part of this world, and she seems to get Frank Castle more than anyone else. They all combined with Murdoch and Nelson to make a spectacular Daredevil season 2, but then the actual Defenders had their season and it was okay. Sigourney Weaver's fun. I actually liked Iron Fist okay in that too, and I thought Luke Cage and Jessica Jones together were dynamite, but I didn't feel like we need more of these kids teaming up by the end. We like them as loners, existing by themselves like I do in my apartment every weekend.
It's been a long week.
The Arrowverse keeps us engaged by new, exciting crossover events like Flash vs. Arrow, Crisis on Earth X, Elseworlds, and next year's Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's just like Taco Bell. They take the same 4 ingredients, but they keep wowing us with new dishes. Yes, the Arrowverse is just like Taco Bell, and that's why it's taking the wild card round. So there you have it. I surprised myself by going with DC over Marvel, but the hard data and my questionable logic definitely favor the Arrowverse.
This is the dumbest.
But it's not up to me. No, it's never up to me. It's on you. You're the viewer. Now you can make your voice heard. So shout from the rooftops which universe you think is better. And then come inside, type that same answer that you shouted as a comment below so we can keep track of it. Let us know your take. We'll be back with the results on a future episode. Till then, I'm Mark Ellis, and I'm about to have a crossover event with a sandwich. 'Cause I'm gonna eat it.